In this lecture, we will see the evaluation of cloud computing. So, the starting phase of a computer system is nearly about 1950 to 1960 when John McCarthy introduced mainframe time sharing computer. In 1969, ARPANET by J.C.R. Licklider, and in 1970, virtualization software launched by IBM. And in 1991, World Wide Web is launched. In 1997, cloud computing concept is defined by Professor Ramnath Chilappa, and the first company Salesforce, which introduced the concept of cloud computing in 1999. Then in 2006, Amazon launched EC2, that is the Elastic Compute Cloud, and S3, that is a simple storage services. And into 2013, there was 78 billion pound worldwide public cloud service market, which one is the growth of 18.5% from 2012. And in 2014, there are 20% growth in the market in respect of 2013, and near about 103.8 billion pound estimated global cloud spending. So this one is the journey of near about 1960, or we can say the 1950 to 2014. So initially, when we can say that cloud computing has its root as far back near about 1950 to 1960, when mainframe computer come to into the existence. And at that time, several user access the central computer via a dummy terminal, and the only task these dummy terminals could perform was enable user access the mainframe computer. And the cost of this mainframe computer or mainframe device did not make them economically and feasible for the organization to buy them. That was the time when the idea of provisioning of shared access to a single computer occurred to the companies to save costs. So, in 1970, IBM came out with an operating system named as virtual machine. And this allowed for simultaneous operations of more than one operating system. Guest operating system means, which also known as a virtual machine operating system, could be run on every virtual machine with their own memory and other infrastructure, making it possible to share these resources. And this is the cause the concept of virtualizations in the computing to gain in popularity. In the case of mainframe computer or mainframe device, there were a large and high computing platform, and these systems were managed in a separate large room or a hall with all necessary power backup, cooling system, and data backup maintenance. And this was a huge investment for the company, so not every company could afford this system. Because if there is a startup company, then that startup company could not have a monetary fund to set up a mainframe system or mainframe device. So remove such type of disadvantages of mainframe. A group of companies in a particular area come together and set up mainframe system on a larger platform to keep sharing the computing power among them in order to reduce the cost of the system and maintenance for each, and this platform was called data center. And after some time, third party company started investing in these data centers. They started selling the space for each company to set up their hardware and other things, such that these third party company was responsible for maintenance by providing enough power backup and maintaining the system in cooling condition. Because at that time the computer system need a cooling devices also, because heating is a major problem for the computers. And in 1980, near about 1980, a new, less expensive and compact hardware components got invented. With this, every company started investing to buy their own hardware and maintain it themselves. In this way, the data center popularity decreased. With the introductions of cloud, client server architecture, companies started purchasing inexpensive systems which were as useful as the traditional mainframe system. And near about 1990, with the popularity of internet, when World Wide Web launched, companies started maintaining the system at each remote office, which gets synchronized to the head office. But this was too expensive for the company, and so the system got decentralized, because the main reason is internet speed was not so fast as today. Means that was the time of 1G, not 4G or 5G. And near about in 2000, internet power has increased due to high speed broadband, and the company again replaced the remote computing system with the web services. Using web services, we can directly interact with the head office and get enough information without the need to maintain any data at remote office. As we can keep such pushing the data to the head office server, this way we increase the security of the data and the availability of data at every remote office. So this one is the whole journey of cloud computing from the mainframe system to the cloud system.